apologize for the mini hiatus. I've just been really busy with my main channel, and also I'm sick. So today's video I will be talking to you about the hair and health benefits of using henna, since I have begun using the treatments and stuff, and I did notice a big difference. I've just been fishing around YouTube and stuff, and I've seen a lot of people talk about henna and how great it is for your hair. There wasn't much detail within it other than, you know, I know it's good for your hair, it makes it strong and blah blah blah. So I decided to do my own research, which I advise all of you to always do your own research and look up as much as you can, you know, to gather enough information to make the best possible decision for yourself, along with, you know, going to your doctors and all that stuff before you do anything. I looked it up and I just wanted to share with you guys what I found. So I will be looking back and forth to my notes, since it was a lot of information, and I also will leave all of the links where I found everything, and I'll put all of that in the description and stuff. To make this easy, I'll kind of try and break it into sections so you can skip around if you want. The parts I'll try and kind of break it into is just, you know, what it does for your hair and skin, and the health benefits, and also, like, you know, side effects and stuff. I haven't seen any videos or anything talking about, you know, the dangerous side of, you know, herbs. You know, you just see what the positives are, and then people just go into it blindly. I want to kind of give all of the information, or all of what I found. So this is everything that I found. So the very first thing I think about when I think of henna, I just automatically think henna tattoos. A lot of cultures do this practice and use it for rituals, and I see a lot of people just wearing henna tattoos as a design, and just, you know, everyone has their own reasons for, you know, doing this body art. But it has more than that feature. It is very good in restoring hair health, and it's really good for your actual internal health. It can also be used as a hair dye. I didn't know you can use henna instead of, you know, the box product, and I guess it would be better because it's a more natural route to dyeing your hair darker instead of, you know, using the box dye. Henna has extreme strengthening properties, so it makes your hair a lot stronger and thicker, and I can definitely vouch that it does. It does an amazing job with making my hair much stronger. So what it does is it helps to seal and repair your hair cuticle, so it'll prevent from breaking and falling out and the amount of shedding that normally would occur. It makes your hair shinier and also restores the pH balance in, you know, your system, and it kind of acts as a natural cleanser and kind of just eliminates dandruff and, you know, any kind of infections going on in your skin, since it does have antibacterial properties, and it does a lot. So a fun fact about henna is that it helps reduce the premature graying of your hair. I guess that would be for those of you who do gray early. I'm not gonna lie, I have gray hair and, like, my family grays early, so I guess this would help me out. But as a warning, if you're using henna for your hair, I would definitely recommend combining it with some kind of moisturizing something, because it strengthens your hair so much and it thickens it so much to the point where it will feel dry and brittle, and it'll be too strong and then it will just break. And I did feel that when I just did like a henna hair mask, and that was it, and it was a little too much for my hair, and I just had to be really careful, and so I stopped doing that and I combined it with my conditioners and stuff. So I would suggest adding it to your conditioner or your oils or whatever it is. Like, add it as a partner, not alone. As for your skin and your nails, since it does have antibacterial properties, if you apply it underneath your cuticles and your nails, it will kill all of the bacteria under there, hence, you know, improving your nail quality in general. And also for your skin, it will kind of help eliminate, you know, the bacteria that forms from, like, pimples and stuff, and also it will help fade scars and, you know, dark marks and whatever else kind of blemishes that you have the natural way. So I would approve. It does have anti-aging properties, so it will help reduce the signs of wrinkles on your skin. Henna is antibacterial, as I've mentioned before. It is anti-inflammatory. It can be used as an astringent. It's hypotensive, and it just has antiviral effects. Because it's so great at protecting and coating and just creating a barrier, it is used for cuts and burns. It's kind of similar to aloe gel, and it soothes your skin. It has a kind of cooling effect. So many use it for sunburn and just minor abrasions. Other health effects that henna has: it can cure headaches and fevers, alopecia, eczema. It's used as a detoxification. It helps regulate your blood pressure and also heals dermatosis and jaundice. I think I'm saying it right, or jaundice. I'm like the worst at pronouncing things, so please don't blame me. Since each and every part of the henna plant is used and it has different effects depending on what part you're using, the list is way too long for me to actually say, and I don't want to make a fool of myself pronouncing some of these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it on a screen and you guys can read. So most of the side effects that I did find were mainly geared towards using black henna, and I guess this is the henna people use to tattoo and stuff, just because it does have like allergenic properties to it, and some have reported, you know, blistering and like allergic reactions to their skin and rashes and all of that stuff. So that's why they advise testing, you know, small parts of your body just in case, or just doing like an allergy test, going to your doctor before you do anything. But generally all of the other kinds of henna, like red henna and the yellow and all of that, what it's saying is it's pretty non-toxic and stuff. I haven't gotten any effects from putting the red henna in my hair as a conditioner, but like I said, always check, always find out, and always test before you just dive right into it. You really don't want to be that one person, you know. Henna should absolutely not be used while you're pregnant or lactating. You definitely should not apply it on children. Like, it's very bad for infants, so don't put it on their skin or anything. It is very unsafe to be taken by mouth. It can cause stomach problems and just, you don't know. And I'm gonna say this 1,000 times in this video, check. Always check first. And it's very, 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 very dangerous for people who have G6PD hormone deficiency. So you should not use henna at all for any reason. Most of this is stuff I found online. I know you can find more information, you know, in your library or wherever else. Honestly, just look before you, well, I would say think before you act, look before anything, and just make sure you're safe before you do anything. But yeah, that's all the information that I found. If any of you have any other information would love to add on to it, just leave it in a comment below. This is a family, this is a community, we all want to share with each other. So what I don't know and I've neglected to inform you all on because I don't know myself, if you know it, please let the rest of us know, and I will add what I can where I can. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I will also continue to do these little informative research bits and pieces of things that I am using within my natural hair recipes and stuff, just to let you know what I'm using and what it can do for you and what it does for me. I love learning new things, so I'm like, I'm like a bookworm right now. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you've learned anything, if you've enjoyed watching, if you want to see more, any of that stuff, just let me know. And don't forget to check out my main channel if you want for more fun and randomness. Anyways, have a wonderful night, morning, evening, or afternoon, and I will see you lovelies later. Bye.